All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. We are going to talk about Talamasca, the finale episode. What was it 6? Was it? Yeah,
Six. Yep.
6.
6.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah. So the final episode of the season. We haven't. I don't think we heard anything about a second season yet.
No, nothing yet.
I mean, I guess if Mayfair Witches got a second
Uh,
season,
yeah, exactly.
anything can
Exactly.
get a second season. You'll never know. You'll know what it's
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, it has not. So not yet, but we'll see. Maybe in the next couple of weeks we might hear something. But yeah, we're gonna get to the final thought about it. I believe this one was just called 752, right?
I
The
think
title
so.
of the episode. Yeah.
It was the 752. Yeah.
The 752. Yeah. So yeah, we get a lot of stuff happening, So if you haven't watched it yet, hit pause on this video, go watch that finale, come back and join the conversation. Because we're gonna be talking about spoilers because that's all this episode is. It's just a bunch of spoilers.
Man.
All
the things is like,
reveals.
hey, you remember you thought you said this didn't make no sense? Yeah, we're gonna make it make sense now.
Yeah.
Like,
why'd
you wait till now, guys? What the hell?
Yeah, right at the end, literally. Never seen a show procrastinate on its own plot.
It have only 6 episodes.
and it waited to episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. But I like the episode, but let's see what you guys think. We'll start off with Brandman. What you think about the episode? Spoilers and all,
So I thought that it finally picked up, which was kind of too little too late, but it was still one of my favorite episodes, if not my favorite episode of the season. I kind of saw that coming with the character of Doris.
You thought she was the 752?
I had a feeling, kind of in the back of my mind.
Okay.
Before this episode, or only
you had a feeling she was the 752?
Before this episode.
I believe him too.
I just had something just kind of told me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely grabbed me right out of the woodwork too, which I can't really say that about too many other episodes except for maybe the first episode. But yeah, I really liked this one. It kind of set the stage to where you could do a second season. I'd probably welcome a second season, but they'd really need to step up their writing game with it and kind of maintain the same energy that they did on this particular episode. Because this one was solid.
Okay. What are you, Brian? What do you think about the episode?
I loved it, man. I thought this was fire. Did not see Doris being Helen's sister. I did not see her being the 752. I did not see Jasper turning into what's the guy's name? The other guy the other vampire that they coerced. Like when he went back and showed I didn't see that
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that happening. I didn't see Olive being the one who controls the other vampires. I didn't see any of this stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely didn't see the whole reveal at the end. But guy's mom, you mean we sleeping together? You not telling me that you just now remember? Like I didn't see any of this stuff happening. So I mean, I actually enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the way it went about. But seeing it, Houseman, when Jasper became the new Houseman. But it just pissed me off seeing how good you could do in the episode after having 4 episodes when I'm falling asleep. I'm later watching like this. Are you sleeping? You gonna turn it over? No, keep it going. So. And then it actually asked me a question. And like, what is Doris and Guy? What they're gonna do now? Are they gonna stay together? Guy's like, man, Effie, you a vampire. I'm out. But now she knows. She knows your mom. You know she's like 70 years old. Do they stay together? Does Guy finally get over this whole thing, or does he now hold another grudge with Doris for knowing what his mother's been, where his mother's been this entire time they've known each other?
Mhm.
You know, is it weird that Guy got basically with what's her name, Kelsey? What's her name? Khalees? What?
The other witch.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. But yeah.
the one that we saw was be hung. That was killed. Who was basically Doris's daughter. That Guy slept with, right?
Yeah, like the adopted
So
daughter.
yeah, so
Adopted
basically like he was with the mom and daughter.
Mm.
I'm just
Weird.
It's just weird, right? So it was just a lot of stuff that actually occurred, that especially because nothing occurred in the last 3 episodes. So finally get to that episode, all this stuff happens. Like, you could have showed me this in pieces throughout the rest of the season, and I've been more interested.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just doing everything in one episode is never a good idea. But you get one badass episode at least. It's just sacrificing the last, like Brian said, like the last 3. You had some little tidbits here and there, but for the most part, they're like not good 90% of the episodes. This one started off, and I mean, even the cop thing, like that could have been done maybe an episode or 2 ago. It just so much of it just seems like it all just like all at once.
How was Rich still being able to be a damn cop? Like, she wasn't following none of the rules. She wasn't listening to nobody.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, 100%. I don't think she's gonna be a cop anymore. I think before Helen got herself arrested for some reason, I think she's gonna like push her to
join the
Talamasca. And that might be her inside person kind of thing. I think that's what we're gonna get. Yeah. But just even like the ending with Jasper and was it Houseman? Was his name? It's like like that being like really interesting, because like because we saw Houseman in the first episode, talking to Helen, and like you didn't think anything about it, now you find out like, oh, you're the dude, you're the dude like running everything, bro. So like, oh shit, so yeah. So it was the Doors thing got me. Once they said she has this memory thing, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Like you put it all together, it was like, oh, she's the one that was on the table in the beginning of the episode. She remembers everything. They put the whole book inside of her head, burned it all. I was like, I got it. It just it doesn't make sense to me, because I was like, okay, so if you need this info, you need to pull it out of the person that you just forcibly turned into a vampire. Why do you think she's gonna work for you? Like,
it worked for years. She worked for them for years.
For a while, yeah. And until she figured out how to get out, But I was like, isn't a book easier? Like, right? It's like, oh, I need this info. Let me go get it. Okay, here it is.
So they use a thumb drive for some things and then use a person for the other. Like, what?
It's so silly, It's like, I mean, it makes for good, silly storytelling, supernatural kind of stuff. But it's like, no, just keep it in a locked room. Like, that's so much
safe.
easier.
You have a safe. Why don't you just use the safe? How about that?
Yeah, because I'm like, now you're gonna give all this information and her be the only person who has all this information, and she's still a person. She has a mind of her own. What if exactly what happened? I don't want to work for you no more. It's like,
Do you think Helen's
Right.
ever going to be in the police custody?
No,
No,
Houseman won't
no.
allow it.
Well, I don't even think she's going to the police station. I don't think
Where do you
she'd
think
be.
she's going? Oh, she doesn't even get there.
Rich can't take her to the police station. She knows she can't take her to the police station. I think she takes her to the Talamasca and she gets indoctrinated right then.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they go see is that Schwartzman's character?
Yep.
Do the whole thing what she did with Guy.
And then now you have another one that she has. Now she can utilize it because obviously she's smart. She's able to put things together. She's like a dog with a bone. She don't let anything go. So yeah, I could see her going ahead and joining it and being the problem later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, because she was definitely like she showed to be one of those characters that doesn't stop, that doesn't quit until she gets her answer. So I think Helen will definitely use something like that. But so one
Mhm.
issue I had was at the very very end. I was like, how is Guy so bad at being like a mind reader? Like, how are you not like just casually just kind of checking in, like making sure you're not a bad guy, like especially now, knowing that she's the 752, you have all the info, you're literally on a boat with her, like other people know this information obviously, so it's like, how are you just not like checking in on everybody around you?
Mhm.
That's why I was like, you're a horrible spy.
First
That's
of all,
what
he's terrible. He's a bad mind reader too. He's just bad at all of
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that's kind of taken me out of the show on and off is he's too bumbling.
Yeah. Yeah. He but in this episode, he had that confidence. Like when he got arrested, he was just like
Mhm.
straight, for one, because he's a lawyer. He went to law school and stuff like that. But he had that confidence. I was like, where was this? Where was this all season? Like you're being a
Mhm.
badass in front of Doris. It was like, do that, do that more.
Yeah, where was
You
his
know,
energy previously?
yeah, yeah.
Do you guys have any idea what the hell's going on with Helen and Guy? Why has she been keeping tabs on them for such a long time? And then even that line when she said, "Hey, with my sister, you almost like family." That was really weird because like, didn't you just sleep with the dude? Like, so like it was just very strange because like Helen, her twin sister is like his almost like a mother like to him, like
Yeah.
very motherly when they're arguing. He felt that way, right? And then he found out because we thought his mother was her sister, right? That was something that we
Yeah.
thought for a long time, and now talking about family, and now find out she's not. She's actually his lover is her sister. It just feels icky.
It does. Hey, is he still part of the family? Would that be weird?
If you find out that his mother was like their cousin, so she said so he had sex with his cousin, his great aunt, something like that.
Jesus. Oh man.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that line was a little weird too. It's like, oh, it's like your family. I was like, what do you know?
Mhm.
You know?
Exactly. Now we know that she knows about his mother. What does she
Mhm.
really do? What does she know?
Yeah. Yeah. That was one thing I was kind of disappointed in. You didn't get any of his mother's story.
Mm.
Besides like, oh, she's over here, and then you get like, oh, I know where she's at. I was like, wasn't that like the whole reason why the dude joined the Talamasca in the first place? And like none of his story got really done. Like everyone kept promising him, like, oh, I know where your mother's at. I can help you find your mom. And then no one helped him find his mom.
He
Yeah.
forgot because he's a terrible spy and terrible remember of his focus. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. I would hope he finds somebody like Sip. I think that would be a cool crossover because I
Mhm.
think like somebody like Sip who's really in control of his powers would be able to help,
Him focus.
Guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good interaction, to cross to cross over to Mayfair Witches, and two, to make Guy possibly a better character. You know,
Who's the villain?
yeah. I'm confused about are the Talamasca good or evil? Both, right?
Depends on the beginning, origin, and then. I mean, they're trying to use vampires, but they're vampires who can change people. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
Good question.
yeah. I think it depends on who's in charge. Like Houseman, I don't think is a good guy, but Helen, I think was
she didn't
pretty
end up
good.
being. She lied, but she was doing it for reasons, and she was still watching out for people.
Yeah.
But now, how's Jasper? Is Jasper going to be indoctrinated into the Talamasca again? Basically, working for them because he's the new houseman. Will he be the one watching the the watcher from everything from Marvel? Is he watching everyone and making all the decisions behind the scenes because he has that type of skill? Is that what they're trying to make him with making the new houseman?
Mm, maybe that'd be interesting. That the Talamasca is ran by a vampire who wanted to tear down the Talamasca. That'd be kind of interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but besides that, I mean, it's hard being really big about this entire show when most of the show wasn't good or
Yeah.
was boring without anything happening.
Yeah. I was gonna say nothing was really happening. It was just they were kind of running in circles for a little while. That felt like. Yeah. I don't trust the vampire girl.
You don't
Says
trust
Fernando.
Doris?
No, I don't trust Doris. No, I get that.
She got secrets.
Something,
Literally.
yeah, something does
She got
come off
every secret.
kind of shady about her.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I
How do you
totally
think
get that,
Guy's
man.
going to deal with her then?
Like the bumbling fool that he is.
Yep. And
He's
he's gonna fall
gonna be
for her
mad
and
at
then do
her.
something
Yeah,
stupid.
he's gonna be mad
Mhm.
at her for that. For how dare you hide my mother from me? And then they're alone in the room, and all of a sudden they do something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They play another
That's how I
board
think
game.
he's going to handle it. Like the buffoon he is.
Yep. Yep. That's why I hope if we get a second season, he finds a way to stop being like that.
Yeah,
I really,
make
really
him
hope
a
so.
better character overall.
Would you want a second season, or would you be open to a second season?
We got a second season of Mayfair Witches, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything to get a second season from me.
But
Yeah.
would
So the
another
way
season
go ahead.
would another season do you think another season would serve any specific purpose?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, comparing it to like Mayfair Witches, like the way season 1 of Mayfair Witches ended was aggravating, to say the least. It was really, really stupid. I was really annoyed with it. Where at least with this one, it ended, and I'm kind of like curious to see where things can go. So
Mhm.
a second season would be good, you know, and like Brian said, I know he's like, making a joke, but like Mayfair Witches got a second season, and that first season ended horribly. Like,
Yeah.
And it just went somewhere even more stupid and shitty with what's his name. At least the second season here, like I'm kind of curious what happens with the mom, what happens with Jasper. Like I have legit questions where
Mhm.
I wouldn't hate a second season.
I agree. If they do it, please don't be 6 episodes.
Seriously. Seriously.
Go like
At
the
least give us
standard
10.
8 or more.
8 to 10.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
maybe you can do 12 if it's just really good. But like 6? It's a
Six
miniseries.
is yeah, 6 is so hard to do anything, man. Yeah. Yeah. But wait, did you say you wanted a second season, Brian? Or Brandman? I don't even think you answered your own question. Get him on a second season.
I do want a second season because I
I
want him to connect it with Sip.
mhm.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind a second season.
Mm.
I'd watch it. Um, just curious to see where they go with it, and how it would tie into the greater universe. Because there is a lot that you could do with the premise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, she has every secret in her head. It was like, can Lestat use that? Can Louis use that? Does Daniel want to gonna interview her? Like there's a lot you can do with Doris that can relate to
Mhm.
everyone else in this universe.
Yeah, what
So
if Doris becomes a Lestat lover, or was a Lestat lover, like in between the time? Like what connections do we really have? Like you can do a lot of different things. Maybe she was the first girl that Sip was in love with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like you could connect these shows, and eventually they will, if they hit another one.
yeah. I mean, and she could be like the linchpin that could be everything.
Yep.
Because you can have forgot what's her name from Mayfair Witches, Alexander Dario's character,
Oh yeah,
Rowan. You can have
Rowan.
Rowan. Like go find her. It's like she has information I need for whatever. So it's like she is literally like just the linchpin of it all.
Yep, I agree.
She can be the connecting factor. And it makes sense. She just has this power. She's a vampire, so yeah. And when you have all this info, you become powerful.
Yeah, and that's
So
what they did. They created a powerful being when they didn't have to.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the thing is, like, she doesn't even know she's powerful yet. She still thinks she's like on the run or whatever. I was like, you know everything. You know all the secrets. I was like, what? You know? And then
And
especially Guy, and that's like the best thing is like she has all the secrets in her head, and now you have a character who can go in there, So it's like it makes sense on things that they can do. Can they do it though? That's the question.
I mean, can Guy understand that they're being followed and hear the thoughts of the guy who's following them?
Yeah. Not even thoughts. The dude was on a phone. It was like just hear the
Mhm.
dude.
Yeah, I got it in my sightings right now. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing, Guy?
Yeah.
What are you there for? I don't
Like,
understand.
be more suspicious of the one dude constantly staring at doors.
And at the end scene, it was only
Mhm.
them, only those three, right? It was only those two together, and
Were
then the
they?
one guy in the background like this.
I didn't even notice that.
I'm like, what are we doing? There's only them three there. So it was so weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. So here we'll finish the Talamasca discussion with the entire season as a whole, all 6 episodes. Now later never. Brian, what you gonna rate the entire season 1 of Talamasca?
I'm gonna give it a later. I don't know if now. I don't think it's an episode as of now. The season being on now. I'm gonna give it a later because I will be interested if they did even another small mini series just to answer all of our questions about what happened, and that'd be it. Whatever, But it's a later. It's a later. Hopefully, we do get a small season 2, so we get some answers. And that's it.
Yeah.
Can't
Okay.
be loud now.
Yeah. What are you, Brian, man? What you giving Talamasca?
It's a later. I thought that they could have done more with the premise. I think it could have tied further into the greater Anne Rice universe. Um, the idea of the Talamasca basically being like an organization who watches and observes all these kind of other supernatural beings. There was a lot that you could have done with that, and it was a frustrating watch because they didn't tap into that potential as much as they could have,
Mhm.
and you know, I felt kind of misled because they were kind of talking the show up like they were gonna do exactly that, and then they just didn't. Um, it would I take another season? Sure, but another season would have to really make the most of what they have at their disposal, and I kind of feel like it wouldn't. Um, couldn't connect with the character of Guy. I just thought he was a big idiot.
Yeah,
Um,
he like stumbled onto all the correct answers.
yeah. So if they did another one, they'd have to do a lot more with his character as well.
Yeah.
Mhm. So yeah, I'd give it
Mm.
a later.
Yeah. And I'm obviously giving it a later too. You know, it's
Mhm.
not bad where I'm like, oh, you can skip this and but so
Mhm.
but I mean technically everything they did wasn't important to all the other stuff, and it's
Yeah.
exactly what Brandman said was everyone was thinking like, oh, this is gonna tie in all the shows. This is gonna be like a cool connecting, tissue of all the stuff, and it wasn't. It just had like ideas like, oh, here's vampires, here's witches, like, huh? Or like what? Like, no, like tie in the characters I care about, like Lestat, tie in, Rowan, make her
Mhm.
more important. Even Sip, like he works for the same damn organization. Like you couldn't bring him in. He had powers that could have been very beneficial, this season. Very beneficial for this show.
Mhm.
So yeah. It's just, stuff like that. Like disappointing that we didn't get what I think they said they were gonna do, but it wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible.
Mhm.
It was boring at times for sure. This final episode I think saved the entire season though,
Mhm.
I agree.
for sure. For sure. But yep. You guys got anything else for
Nope,
Talamasca?
because it's not worth it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think if you're a fan of this immortal universe, that AMC's doing with Anne Rice's stuff, it's worth a watch, but you can wait. You can wait, till you're
Mhm.
bored and
Yeah,
then
to
knock
you have
out
nothing else
all.
to watch. Just say, all right, let's put it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a nap to it.
For
Come back in the middle. Take a nap in the middle for like an hour, and then come back and you can come
Mhm.
and not know nothing and know everything because all you need is episode 1 and 6.
pretty much. Maybe it's episode 2.
Two. You need
Mhm.
Maybe
1, 2,
episode
6.
2. Because episode 2 I think had some cool stuff. But yeah. I mean that's really half of the season. That's all you need. Yeah.
Half of a 6, half of a season. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Oh man. But yeah, that's our thoughts for Talamasca. I think we kind of went over some of the bigger plot lines,
Yep.
but if we didn't, leave a comment, let us know what you think about this episode and about the season as a whole. But we appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out with us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us when we talk about Lestat coming out in a few months, or hopefully in a few months.
Yeah.
Because we are
I
definitely gonna
need
watch that.
I need a release date. I need an
Yeah,
official release date. Like, stop playing now.
ASAP. a,
Mhm.
a ASAP. But yeah, so like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us when we talk about that. And plus, we get into some other movie reviews, trailer reactions, other fun, nerdy stuff as well. And we appreciate everyone hanging out with us in the live chat. We want you guys to stick around because we're going to finish things off for the night.